I just talked to the guy in front of me. We were sitting up there bullshitting. He is paying right at $5,000 a month for his truck and trailer note. My heart sank when he told me that. How? Oh. I don't know if y'all can see it very well, but driving up along the Susquehanna. Couldn't really tell. I wasn't gonna look at the maps that hard while I was driving down the road, but it looks like it's about to bust its bank. Got a bunch of logs and stuff floating down it. Some rapids through some of it, but I think it's full. I noticed that all the rivers up here are full, I guess, with all the snow and stuff like that. But anyway. Insulation board plant, GAF or whatever the name is. This is bullshit. This is bullshit, like that little toddler on TikTok. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. Hopefully. Oh no, you didn't. Thought I was getting lucky. Started pulling out kind of fast and then boom, stops, backs up. Anyway, I don't even remember what I was going to say just a second ago. Was a big one. Yeah, I'm ready to get out of this. Come on, get it. Get it. Get it. There's your train for the day. Now, try to figure out where we got to go to check in. So we got loaded up. They wanted a little different here. 3 in the front, 1, 1, 1, 3 in the back. I threw 2 right there just because of the placement of where the ratchets are for them binders. But yeah, I'm walking around here like a cripple. Back's killing me right now. They said it had to be tarped. I was about ready to walk away. They said they had a little tarping machine. So you just set the tarp down. getting back out in the cold. Luckily, I was able to have everything strapped up, and the tarp put on inside, thankfully. Like I said, if I would have had to get up there and unroll the tarp, I probably would have said screw it, went and found a truck stop and come tomorrow. But I took some goodies earlier, the medicine goodies, you know, that nose candy. They say when you snort it, it kicks in faster. I don't do that. We actually dared a guy when I worked at Patriot Well Solutions. We dared a guy to do it. He did it like a champ too. He's like, y'all ain't even got to dare me. Poured it out. It was BC powder. Poured it out, cut it up into a line, rolled a dollar bill up, snorted it, and he regretted it. He said it burnt pretty bad. But anyway, you can see, all I had to do outside was put the bungees here. This will be better. Yeah, that's about all y'all get. I'm not going back outside. All I had to do was put the bungees on outside, which took me maybe 15 minutes. So this place is pretty nice to allow you to do everything inside, which I'm guessing, you know, being that they deal with the winter all year, well, half a year, that's probably the reason. But yeah, I'm done. I'd love to go find a truck stop and go park down, but this has a 10:30 delivery, but I want to be there first thing in the morning before all the other trucks. That way I can get in, get out. We'll holler at y'all. I'll probably holler at y'all in the morning when we get unloaded. So, later, guys.
I'm in sync with the earth. 10 toes deep, flower child from the turf. I never switch sides, like even when I die, I'ma ride for the squad. Let our ties in the hearse. I've been on a vibe, kinda hard to describe. I'm in between, I'm good and it's fine, but I'm tired of the grind. Then I come alive in the night to realize I'm in the middle of the time of my life. I'm never so packed for the stack, never lied on the rap. Got a bag from the way that I write it. Queen looking Tyson, do that ass survive, doing 80 to the house. Then I hit it to the sky, change haters on a tirade. Talking to the grip in the face, be still, let that hate stuff fade. We all want the same, we all want a meal in the safe. I wanna live like I'm trying to reach enlightenment. Trail spill from my lips, feel big from the bib. Take a sip till I pass out. Try and get grit, but it don't make sense, cause you can lose life on this fast route. Yeah, turn thoughts to a cash cow. I might flip that to the glass house. I don't need the accolades, I'm in love with the chase. I just wanna eat, save a spot at the table. Beast with the slap, hit myself on the map. You long with the wind, but we knowing that it's cap. 5-hour flights, couple nights at the flat. To be real, couldn't see me making moves while I'm at. I'm still on the grind, limit time when I chat. I'm burning down sage, keep the demons away. When I write it, give a piece of myself to the page. I don't do it for the praise, love, that's just how I'm made.
Truth in the glass in the mirror.
Yeah.
Do it at me, old man, tryna pass in the fear. You're the first one to talk, but the last one to hear. Eyes blurry, but I couldn't see the ass, and he cleared down. Start to feel like I'm on one. Settle in, I'll be here for the long run. I'm a slave for the cash, got snakes in the grass, no brakes on the ad, but it's all fun. We done seen it all, heard it all. Heard enough, give me space before I murder y'all. 10 bad bitches here, I'ma curve them all. 12 missed calls, and I still made a curtain call.
Good morning, everybody. We made it. But, being that I didn't get here till so late last night, I guess the other trucks that had loaded before me, being that I loaded, you know, after lunch, they already made it. So, this place kind of looks somewhat organized as far as the way they're doing stuff. So hopefully it won't be that bad. I got There's 2 trucks, and then them 2 trucks, and then this guy right here, and then me. So I am feeling better this morning with the back, but I can feel that it's right there on the verge of being tweaked again, right? So yeah, after I pull the tarp and roll it up, pick it up, put it on the trailer, and it'll be tweaked again. Oh man, look at this dude. That big old condo sleeper, or apartment sleeper, or whatever you want to call it. Them things are nice. Really, really nice. I would love to have one of those one day. But I probably won't be in a truck when that day comes. At least I hope I'm not in a truck when that day comes. I hope I'm running the other fleet of trucks by that time, but I got an eyelash sticking down. Oh, so yeah. Oh, we got another load coming out of Bremen. More insulation. More insulation. Going to Kansas City again. So, I mean, you can't, with rates the way they are right now, rates are trash. Yeah, you can't beat the insulation rates. They're still paying good. I drove last night. I filled up about 20 miles down the road, and even with the insulation, I was doing about 61. I got like 8.1 miles to the gallon. Open up. So yeah, I got 1,318 miles at 160.8 gallons. That put me at 8.2 miles to the gallon. So I'm trying to get back home, but like I said, rates right now they're trash. Hell, Just Trucking, I watched his live last night. He's talking about, well, he listed his W9. He's got the right idea. I think he's got the right idea. I mean, for what he does, like the cab over, or hell, even like a, you know, something cheaper, I guess. The idea of, you know, an older truck, fix it up and get it on the road, it's paid for. I don't know what I would do right now if I was in an owner op with, you know, a $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month truck note. Oh my God, I'd be going broke. I don't know. It's getting tough, getting real tough with the fuel prices. And luckily, this whole trip, I'm almost positive I haven't touched a load under $3 a mile, thankfully, so far. I'll have to look. Hold on just a second. Well, I was gonna show y'all. I'll show y'all in a minute. I'm gonna go up here and help this trucker out fold up his tarps. Maybe he'll give me a hand when I pull up there. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. So technically, I was right. But the way I look at things, I was wrong. So the first trip out to Jacksboro, Hondo to Jacksboro was $257 a mile. That's because of all that deadhead. 257 miles of deadhead going to Houston, losing that load, having to grab the other load and go up. Loaded miles was still $448. Fuel cost, I was running at 54 cents a mile 2 weeks ago. Not even 2 weeks ago. Jacksboro to Kansas City, $345 a mile, $395 a mile, loaded miles, 54 cents a mile. Kansas City to Mendota, Illinois. This one I did. I ran under 3, loaded and all. So this one was $257 a mile, $278 a mile, loaded miles. 58 cents per mile on fuel cost. Mendota, Illinois to Liberty, Missouri. That was $323 all miles, $421 loaded miles. 70 cents per mile fuel cost. Liberty, Missouri to Mechanicsburg, PA. 307 all miles, 310 loaded miles. 83 cents per mile on fuel costs. Mechanicsburg, PA to Greenfield, Indiana, which is where I'm at now. $276 a mile, all miles. $577 a mile, or $312 a mile loaded miles. 90 cents per mile fuel cost. So we're running almost at $1 a mile in fuel. So y'all know what that means. Time to start jacking up the rates. But I mean, what can you do? Like I said just a little bit earlier, you know, if I was out here running with a brand new Peak, Kenworth, Volvo, International, Western Star with a high note, monthly note, it would be tough. I'd probably be going back to the oil field right now. Yeah, it's tough. Tough. I don't know. Luckily, you know, as I said before, all of my stuff's paid off. But I mean, that doesn't mean I don't have to put money back. I mean, like I said, we're almost at $1 a mile in fuel cost. I was doing right at 48 cents a mile equipment, you know, just setting it back. 21 cents a mile for maintenance. And then a few other little things. But it's tough. It's getting tough. And it's only going to get tougher. And fuel last night jumped up like 30 cents. Just overnight. I filled up a little before midnight. And the fuel prices, which that's not my discounted price, but the fuel price was like $5.09, I think, something like that. And then when I woke up, I looked at it again this morning. It was $5.45.9, so $5.46 a gallon. That's here. Over in PA yesterday, fuel was $5.95, $5.96 a gallon, and yeah, it's got to be over $6 now. I don't know. It's getting crazy out here. I think it's going to end up hurting a lot of people. Especially the ones that went out and bought them brand new trucks and have that $3,000-$4,000 a month truck note. I just talked to the guy in front of me. We were sitting up there bullshitting. He is paying right at $5 grand a month for his truck and trailer note. My heart sank when he told me that. How? Oh. Yeah, I'd finally getting unloaded at 3 o'clock. I had a 2-hour drive up to Bremen. So that'll put me there at 5, get loaded. They'll load up until 7 o'clock. That's what we're told. But I will be driving into a snowstorm tonight, from what it looks like. Looks like Kansas is getting hammered right now. So, shout out to these people. They've been keeping me going strong. In fact, I think it's about time. Let it sit on the tongue for a minute. It ain't the best tasting. But it sure does wonders for the old back. I've been out walking around just trying to straighten it up, but it ain't doing too good. Just feels like something's pinched. I just, like I said, I tweaked it. It's probably a muscle more than like a pinched nerve or anything like that. I had an incident probably, shoot, it's probably been 5 or 6 years ago now. I forgot to, when we had a big freeze come through San Antonio, and I forgot to put the covers on the water faucets, and it was down in the teens, or it was getting down into the teens. Sleet, freezing rain. So my wife, about 10:30 at night, my wife's like, hey, it's starting to sleet, that cold front's pushing through, have you put the covers on the faucets yet? And I was like, son of a gun. So I went outside. I was in my boxers, threw my Crocs on, walked out the back porch, went to walk down the stairs, and that first step I hit, legs come out from underneath me. And when I did, I kind of turned a little sideways and come down on that, you mother. Anyway, I come down a little bit sideways on that first step and land it like right on your right on the love handle, and that sucker, I thought I broke my back, because when I hit the step, it sounded like I mean it was just a loud crack, and I laid there, and the temperature had already dropped down to like 22, 23 degrees. But when I fell, hit that step, heard the crack, I laid on the ground in just my boxers for probably 20 minutes. Tried calling for my wife. Of course, she's upstairs, she can't hear. And I told myself, I have to get inside or I'm gonna freeze to death out here. So I ended up rolling over on my stomach and like army crawling up the steps, across the porch, reached up, opened the door, crawled into the house onto the carpet, with it, left the door open and just laid there. About 20 minutes later, she come down. But I ended up going to the doctor or the hospital the next morning. I ended up sleeping on the floor in the living room. Ended up going to the hospital the next morning, have x-rays and all that, and nothing was broke. But I did have, I thought, just imagine the worst bruise you could imagine. That's what I had for, and that bruise stayed, I mean, it was purple, green, black, blue. I mean, it had a plethora of colors in it. That bruise stayed there for probably 6-7 months. And to this day, this side still almost like swollen more than the other side. And it's been like that ever since that happened. But ever since that happened, I've always, like, if I move a certain way, I almost think like I tore some muscle when I hit the step, when I come down on the step, because it's never been the same. If I move a certain way, it's almost like that muscle spasms and tightens up and stays like, you know, locks in that way for a couple days. And I guess that's kind of what happened the other day. But yeah, anyway, yeah, we're finally getting unloaded. He's got 6 more bundles to take off. This dude is slow as all get out. And I mean, it's not, he's the only one out here, but the efficiency could be better. Anyway, we'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good one. Be safe. Keep the shiny side up, rubber side down at all times. We'll holler at y'all later.